This is an original story by I Am Crane Wellness. Makani, the Flute Whisperer. A Tale of Spirit. Angels of the story time, come and share your stories with me. I am listening with my ears, and I'm sitting quietly. Once upon a time, in a very, very far away village, the people and the forest lived in harmony. The people knew how to express their gratitude for all the gifts nature bestowed upon them. They enjoyed the wild fruits, the vegetables they planted, the medicinal herbs, and the magical air that entered their bodies. This air was sweet, and the people of this village lived the longest of anybody on earth. They were known to be the masters of the instruments of wind blowing. In the village, there was a little boy by the name of Makani, who was born on the eve of the Festival of the Wind. Some say that when a child is born during this special time, the element of wind gives them special musical talents. Makani loved playing the flute and singing so much that his mother was sure that he would be the next healer of the village. On one particular sunny day, while Makani was helping his mother to sell her flutes at the market, he heard a little song. He thought it may have been a bird singing, but it was an instrument that he had never heard before. It was so pretty, so enchanting, that he felt the urge to follow it. He entered the forest without telling his mother. With a smile on his face, he continued to be led by the soothing song until it suddenly stopped at a beautiful clearing. As the rays of the sun shone through the old forest, he saw little specks of dust in the air and two graceful beings. With a sweep of air, the graceful ones showed the child the most breathtaking being he had ever seen. This being was made of light, with the color of a gentle burning fire. She was holding a piece of wood and playing the very song that had put the spell on him. Makani said, "Are you the bird who was singing?" The wind spirit had a gentle energy and whispered, "Yes, you could say that. I am the bird who was singing. Would you like to try?" The little boy had no idea how to play into the wooden instrument. He took it in his hands, and the stranger kindly showed him how. Open your heart, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let it out. Allow spirit to come through and surrender to the moment. The child laughed as the wind spirit said, "This is a wind instrument. If you blow in it with an open heart and close your eyes as I have taught you, and you practice every day, you will become the bird. One day you will know the wisdom of this instrument, and many, many people will come to you for its medicine." The wind spirit offered the wooden instrument to Makani. He heard of the wind spirit, but no one ever reported seeing or even interacting with such a being. Makani felt special for being chosen, and it sank in on him the weight of this responsibility. The spirit that could read his heart and mind said softly, "Makani, you're not alone. Every time you practice, we will inspire you and you will gain the confidence you need." Makani did want to ask a question, but kept silent. He did not want to appear as if he did not want to be given his gift, but he still needed to understand why he was chosen. This time he heard in his head the wind spirit communicating via his thoughts. The boy who was born before the festival of the wind, and whose mother has prayed to be the next healer of the village, will be gifted with the mission only and only he could hear the song. That is all he needed to embrace this with all his heart. Now he looked straight at the wind spirit and also, via his thoughts, accepted his mission. He smiled with all his being, and if you were watching hiding in the forest, you would be blinded by this moment, for Makani stepped into his super self and became Makani, the flute whisperer. All the forest witnessed this beautiful becoming of the boy child. The beings of light were vibrating a song that cannot be heard by human ears. The birds were singing their very best songs. The creatures were dancing a little dance, and the music was so filled of beauty that even Makani could not believe his ears. It was heard in the heart, and the 12 petals of the heart were bursting wide open. It was coming to a peaceful silence, and the wind spirit simply said, "Now let me whisk you back home to your mother. She must be wondering where have you been all this time." Standing in front of his house in the nightfall, Makani made a promise to the spirit of the wind. "I will practice to bring in this medicine. I know that I'm not alone, and I thank you for honoring me and my village." He closes his eyes, and in a breeze, the wind spirit was gone, leaving behind a little tune that only Makani could hear. He knew he had been given something precious. He held his medicine tool close to his heart and stepped inside his home, smiling at his mother. He was standing in his magic presence, radiating. She knew that her prayer was heard, that her family had just been graced. She invited her son in, and Makani told his mother the tale of his incredible encounter in the forest and how he was chosen to carry on the sacred song. If you ever find yourself near Makani's village, you will find him in the forest playing the healing flute. Many came from far and sat with him for a tune that opens their unique heart. Makani had learned to align with each and every one who came to see him for a healing song. They often sat by the fire. They opened their hearts as Makani simply blew into them. He was often asked, "But what is your secret? How did you learn this magic?" Makani smiles and replies every time, "Long ago, when I was just a child, the wind spirit visited me and taught me how to open my heart, closes my eyes, and blow into this tool. Allow spirit to come through and surrender to the moment. That is the way."